Hello guys, welcome back. In the last video, we created up this page here, and in this video, we're going to create up the sign in page here. So we are going to navigate here, and you can see here we have created this login page. So we are going to do this inside Immerse Studio. So without further ado, let's get started. Okay, now let's collapse this. We come here to this code and also collapse this. And inside here now we can create more room. And now inside here we can create more room here to work with, and we are going to create another composable. And then this one we are going to call this login. So this one is going to be the login page screen, and here we are going to build our login page. Okay, now let's create here our login page. First we can create here some room, and after that here we can create a surface so that we can provide our background color. Okay, now we have here our content color, and we have here our primary variant, and we are going to make this content color. And here we want to have the on surface to be our content color and the primary variant to be the color. So right now here, we can create more room, and then we can just now start to create our, we're going to create here a column. And inside this column here, we can create our text. So after we create this text here, now we can create a little bit of a spacer. And here we are going to call this 16dp. Now, after that, we have to create here our first button or our first text field. And this one, you're going to use an outline text field. So you can just write here outline in the text field. Now, there are two things which we have to pass in here, the value and their own value change. And this one is requiring us to create a state. And for this case here, we can try to create here our states. So there are different ways of creating states. So I have a video which is going to talk about this states, but for now we are just going to create our states, and there is a different way which I'm going to show you later in this video on how you can create a state using a state holder. So let's just continue here and use this first method here. So first and foremost here we want to create our username. Now, for that case here, we have our text field. Now, we want to provide here a label in order to notify that the user. So this one is going to take up here text. So we have here a compose scope. So we can pass in here a text, and we can pass in here username. Now, after we pass here a text, we have to pass in here a leading icon. So this icon here is going to create us so we can call this icon, and here we have to pass in a painter resource ID. And for that case here, we can just come here to resource manager and come here to new and come to vector asset here. So we want to create some things. Now we can click this here in order to load these icons here. Okay, now here we can try to search for person. So we have here a person, so we can select this one and click here, okay. And we can change here our color, for example. We are going to make this white. And click next here. And after that, we have this, you can click finish. And we can do the same process here to add another vector asset. So after that, here we can now, we have already finished to create this. So we can come here to this painter resource ID and pass in here our draw. Okay, now inside here also we can create here more room, and we can create here a spacer. So we are going to pass in here a space of 16 dp to divide this between two text fields. And after that, we can now copy this and paste it inside here. Now also we have to duplicate this. So we're going to copy this and paste this again here. Now this one here we are going to call here password. On password change, so we have to state between these two text field. If we use one, we are going to just modifying one state in both text fields. Now after that, here now we can pass in here the password. Okay, now inside here also we can add here a keyboard type. Wow. So here we are going to add on a keyboard options. So, and here we can pass in the keyboard type. And here we have to pass in a keyboard type of password. And then we can come here to visual transformation and pass in here a video password transformation. So after that, here we have our text field and our space. And here we have our password. Now after that, we can create here a spacer. And here this one is going to be of 16 dp. Now after that, we have to create something which is going to remember if a user can select. And for this case here, now we are going to create a row. So we can create here a row. And here we can create a checkbox. So we have two things which we are required to pass in here, the check and the unchecked. And for this case here, we're going to create a state up here. Now what we have to do, we are going to copy this, Control C, and then we are going to paste this here. So here we can make this check. And here we can change this. Yeah. Okay, now inside here we can create a button. So we are going to create here a text button. Now here also we want to override the colors, so we can pass in here colors. We don't have to override this color here because it's going to just use the material theme color which has been specified. Now after that, we have created here our password, and here we have linked the user if has forgotten the password. Now we are done with this row here. We can try and collapse here. Yeah. Now what we can try and do here, we can try and create another thing, which we're going to create a row, and then this row is going to be aligned at the bottom. We'll And here also we can just come here and copy that text button which we have specified there. And then we can press Ctrl C, and then we can press this inside here. Now instead here we can pass in the sign up. Okay, now I think we are complete here to create our login page. So what we have to do is going to check how this one is going to respond. And because we have here some stage, we can try to launch this in our application. So we can call this login page screen. Inside here, the login page. Okay, now our app is launched, and as you can see here, we have our text, and this one are not rounded because we have forgotten to add that rounded sheet, so we can do that. And let's try here to see if the states are going to respond here. So as that, our state is responding, and our checkbox is also responding. Now, what we have to do here is to go in here, and we can try to fix this. Come to the login page. So inside this here, we can make this fill max width. And also inside this row here, we can add a padding of 16 dp. So now for that case, let's try and relaunch application and see again. Okay, now the app is launched, and as you can see here now, we have achieved that rounded corners, and also this one has been arranged to all of these, and we're just good to go. So for now, let's leave it here. See you in the next video.